nigga, that's on God. Nigga want right away, but nigga, we not ride. 15 band for that lit nigga, I'ma do that job. I go twice by my gang nigga, I double down with them fine. No matter what, pushing up with 30 mans, I 50 round drone. I ain't gotta come my capital, come get you, I'm a dime.
What's poppin', y'all? It's Homicide KTC, and we gotta talk about Dragon Ball Raging Blast 1. This gotta be one of the best Dragon Ball games of all time. I've been playing the game with the help of emulation from the PS3 emulator RPCS3 to see if I still enjoyed it as much as I did when I was younger. And honestly, I do think this game is still fire even in 2026. I do appreciate being able to play through the story of Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Z rather, since the games don't be one to include OG Dragon Ball, but never mind about that. My thoughts on the story mode? Well, for the most part, the story mode is pretty much structured the same as the Tenkaichi games. The story has you start at the Saiyan Saga and you play all the way to the Buu Saga. Also, it does have a couple unique sagas like the Bardock Saga, which is just the father of Goku TV special. And they did do a legendary Super Saiyan Saga, which is the Broly movies. Also, there is a What If Saga like BT3, which is cool, and there are some pretty cool ones like the Future Trunks versus Kid Trunks What If. The whole plot of that is Future Trunks goes back to the past and he runs into Kid Trunks, who doesn't know who he is, so they fight. And it's more or less just a training session between the two, which I thought was pretty neat. I still wish Super Trunks had stayed in the normal altered timeline rather than going back to his desolate future, but whatever. As far as the gameplay goes, it does play like a less polished version of Raging Blast 2, but still does play like any other Tenkaichi game. One key difference about this game compared to a lot of the other Tenkaichi games is that they do be having some small cinematic moments, like Piccolo sacrificing himself for Gohan, which I thought was pretty cool. Albeit some of the cinematic moments they were pretty lazy with it, like when Goku gives Krillin the energy for the Spirit Bomb, they just had Krillin hit him with the Spirit Bomb, even though in the anime misses the Spirit Bomb and Gohan bouncing it back was the reason it hit Vegeta. I do gotta give props to the story mode in this game, because they pretty much added most of the fights that happened, even some of the ones I didn't care for. But at the same time, these things do add more to the game. Also, I'm not gonna lie, one thing I don't like about this story mode is that they skipped over the Great Ape Vegeta fight, which is a point off for the story mode. But they'll add in the Z Fighters training in Otherworld, which sounds cool until you actually play that mission and realize you're not fighting in Otherworld. They're just having you fight in a map that's on Earth. Also, they did add actual filler fights like the Z Fighters facing off against the Ginyu Force in Otherworld, which you could say adds more to the story. I just don't care, especially since the map they fight on isn't Otherworld. Like, if they were gonna be that lazy with it, why add these fights into the story at all? In my opinion, this makes the story mode feel kind of bloated. I will say the Raging Blast 1 story mode has its flaws, but either way, it's a nice change of pace compared to Raging Blast 2, which only had Galaxy mode. No hate to Galaxy mode, but Galaxy mode was really like the only thing you could do in that game. I guess you could use the same excuse for Raging Blast 1 that the only thing you can do in the game is story mode. But still though, like whenever I get bored of playing Galaxy mode, I just go on Raging Blast 1 and play the story mode. Also, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm not gonna be doing Galaxy mode for certain characters. Like, for an example, I'm not doing a Galaxy mode for fucking Chaozu. There are some aspects I like more in Raging Blast 1 compared to Raging Blast 2. For one, I do like how animated the characters look in Raging Blast 1 compared to Raging Blast 2. Because in Raging Blast 2, the characters look more like action figures, but the colors on the character models for Raging Blast 2 are more vibrant compared to Raging Blast 1, where the colors look more washed out. Now, another thing we gotta talk about is the character roster. I'm gonna keep it real. It's pretty bare bones. The characters you get are only from Saiyan Saga to Majin Buu Saga, with the only special characters being Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta and Super Saiyan 3 Broly. So if I were to be honest, this roster isn't the best. They could have added some more movie characters. The only one they got on here is Broly. No Bojack, no Tapion, no Janemba, which sucks because those are my dogs and I can't even play them in this game. They could have also added some GT characters like GT Goku, Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta, Super 17, Baby, and Omega Shenron. That's all they would have really needed for real. I know I said this already, but some OG Dragon Ball characters, you know what I'm saying? Like Kid Goku, Mercenary Tao, Demon King Piccolo. Which is why I would say I have a game like BT3 over it. Because even though it doesn't play any differently from Raging Blast 1, it still has a bunch of more characters in it, including some of the OG Dragon Ball characters. But I gotta say, Raging Blast 1 may not be better than BT3, but it is still better than Spark It Zero. The level of care and detail they put into the story mode is still miles ahead of Spark It. The only thing Spark It got over this game is the bigger character roster and the art style. Other than that, bro, that game is so mid and couldn't compare to Raging Blast 1, which could be a top 10 Dragon Ball game. Let me stop the cap. This is easily a top 5 Dragon Ball game. If I had to give a top 5 for Dragon Ball games, I'd put BT3 at number 1, Xenoverse 2 would be at 2nd place, Budokai 3 would be at 3rd place, 4th place I'm putting Raging Blast 2, and 5th place I'd put Raging Blast 1.
But what about Sparking Zero?
I've not played Sparking Zero at all this year, and I don't plan on it. But this game right here, man, I could get on this game and have some level of fun because I won't have to deal with a homosexual who uses sparking mode and mashes you to death like a fucking mongoloid. You give this game the Sparking Zero character roster and the maps, there would be no need for that game to exist, on God. Shout out to them boys that made this game. Like, they really made a top tier Dragon Ball game. I might have to go get a girl pregnant so we can have some kids. That way I can name one of them Raging Blast 1 and 2 just because of how much I love this game. Niggas was asking for a Tenkaichi 4, which would end up being one of the biggest letdowns in anime gaming history. But the whole time, we already had Tenkaichi 4. It was just under the name Raging Blast. If we want to keep it a buck, Raging Blast 2 really Tenkaichi 5. I gotta say, although this game isn't perfect, I'll always look back at it fondly, especially because I can play it at any time and anywhere on my ROG Ally X, which is a PC handheld. So literally, I can play Raging Blast along with damn near every game on the go. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think about Raging Blast 1. Do y'all fuck with the game? Do y'all not like it, bro? You know what I'm saying? Comment your thoughts down below. To those who know, I know these videos are a little different from what I normally drop, but I'm gonna try and drop these types of videos for y'all because I enjoy making them. So yeah, this video is probably just gonna be on my 2nd channel, but I'm gonna start getting back to the main channel though, because you know what I'm saying, I'm still trying to get to 1,000 on there. But you know what I'm saying, I'm still gonna be dropping content for y'all who fuck with these videos on this channel. So stick around, don't go nowhere. You know what I'm saying, there will be more to come. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one.
Press a beaming and bought me another. I fuck with this bitch, I don't cut it. Bitch, I don't cut it. Rock with 200 rest in the duff. I'll be lying if I said that I love you. That's glizzy a buck. I ain't tryna scuff it. Get up and motherfucking hustle. I got all this shit out the mud.